In 1989, Kimberly Crenshaw coined the term intersectionality to refer to the unique experience met at the crossroads of multiple identities. For example, a black woman's experience is not the same as a black man or a white woman. Crenshaw identifies the complexities of identity, both in its unique beauty, but also in its often unseen complication. This concept is hugely relevant when watching the movie Moonlight. As Chiron's life unfolds in 3 different stages, the audience is forced to view all the discomfort that can be created by his full identity, living as a queer black man in a lower socioeconomic status. At the intersection of his identity as a queer man and a black man, Chiron's masculinity is often under fire. In the first act, he's often bullied by his peers for his perceived softness. By not conforming to traditional masculine behaviors, such as not being emotionally expressive or participating in rough or aggressive behavior, he becomes a target for ridicule and harassment. In one scene, he is chased down by these bullies as they chant homophobic slurs at him. When they corner him, it becomes clear to the viewer, in a moment of stark contrast between Chiron's vulnerability and the boy's aggression, that the stereotypical masculinity dominates in this environment. Because of Chiron's nature, in comparison to the nature of his community, the concept of hegemonic masculinity is embedded into the theme of this movie. The second act gives a lot of attention to Chiron's sexuality as it develops in his teen years. He struggles with his feelings towards his close friend, Kevin. Later, Chiron and Kevin share an intimate moment on the beach, only to be interrupted by a violent act of betrayal orchestrated by Kevin and his friends. This not only shatters Chiron's trust, but also reinforces the notion that his vulnerability and emotional expression are incompatible with the conventional notions of masculinity. The incident serves as a harsh reminder of the consequences of deviating from social expectations and the fragility of Chiron's sense of self. In the third act, Chiron becomes a hardened adult known as Black. He has adopted a more hegemonically masculine persona as a means of survival, complete with a tough exterior and involvement in drug dealing. Moonlight gives a thoroughly fleshed out look at the complexities within Chiron, his childhood, environment, identities, and on a greater scale, those who identify with him. The intention of drawing attention to intersectionality is to shed light on aspects like race and sexuality and the unique overlap they create for a larger understanding of discrimination and oppression, or even just to point to the beauty in their individualism in order to see someone's self in its full form.